Aloha, this is Dr. Martina, online sex therapist and sex educator. I hope your holidays have been kind and loving and that you were surrounded by people who love you. Since we have a little downtime between now and New Year's, I thought you may have some moments to reflect. The year is ending and it's an excellent time to take inventory. Some people reflect on their work, some people reflect on the relationship they have with their family or friends, and I suggest that you reflect on the relationship you have with your sexuality. And helping to do that, I'm going to offer these three questions, these three topics that you may want to look at in order to make such a reflection. Curiosity. Non-judgmental curiosity is a great tool to check in with yourself where your relationship lies with your sexuality. You know, if you're curious about what did you do with your sexual desires last year, did you respond to them? Did you fear them? Did you shy away from them? Did you adjust them to how you feel now? Or were there old sexual desires that you just picked up from what other people were doing? Because, you know, a lot of us act according to like a general sexual erotic map. They just adjust to gender preference and think, okay, well, if other people do that, then I want to do that too, which is can't be further from the truth, because your sexuality is unique, your desires are unique, your wishes, your fantasies are unique. So if you exercise curiosity and you're looking at your sexuality with curiosity, that gives you a good chance to have the kind of relationship with your sexuality that you want to have now. Not that your parents want you to have, or your exes, or your religion, but something that your body desires now. So exercise non-judgmental curiosity when you reflect. So the second topic is honesty. Honesty is a necessity if you want to do a reflection, because if you don't, you might as well leave it, because reflections are you're looking at something with truth, so you can see, okay, what do I want to do differently, and what worked and what didn't work, and what is good for me and what is not. So to be honest about your sexual desires, have you been honest about them? Have you been open about your sexual strengths? Have you been honest about your sexual limitations? I was not forthcoming with my sexual desires. I had the pleasure of dating somebody beautiful for a short period of time, and I ignored the red flags that came up. It was clear that the person I was dating did not have the sexual needs and the emotional needs that I have and that I desire. And looking at that and looking back that I was not honest about them, that gives me the courage to do it differently next time. Because when I'm reflecting on it, I don't want to do that again. Because if I'm not honest about my sexual desires, who or what will speak for me? So the third topic is courage. If you reflect on your sexual behavior last year, did you have the courage to communicate? Did you have the courage to expose your true sexual desires without holding back out of fear of judgment? I didn't, at least not in the beginning. And then when I did, I remember that it took courage to really say what you need, what your sexual and emotional needs are, and with the consequences of possibly having to say goodbye to this person. It takes courage. It takes courage to share your true emotions about your sexuality. Sex and money are the two topics that people talk about with the least amount of courage, and these are also the two topics that make a relationship break up. So if we dare to communicate and be honest about our desires, about our likes, our dislikes, our satisfaction and lack thereof, then we actually have a chance to live out the sexual relationship that we want to have, that is inside of us. But we have to dare to communicate and dare to share. It takes courage, but life takes courage. You probably didn't think that the 3 topics to reflect on your sexuality would be curiosity, honesty, and courage. But let me tell you again, it takes curiosity for you to find the kind of sexuality that you want to experience. It takes honesty to talk about the type of sexuality you want to share. And it takes courage to communicate your sexual desires and likes and dislikes and satisfaction and lack thereof. Your body will be thankful if you reflect on how you did last year, and it will give you a chance to do it differently this year. So I wish you a happy new year, and here in Hawaii we say Hau'oli Makahikiho, and I will see you next year.